County Boys and Girls Club of Kern County, two veterans organizations. So we've got Kern County Honor Flight, we have the Wounded Heroes Fund, and then we've got the Alpha Canine for the sanctuary that they support our local dogs and cats out there.
The Cruise It for Charity car show has helped raise more than $40,000 for local organizations here in the past, and they hope to break that record this year. If you missed out on the meet and greet today, don't worry. You can still get involved. Tomorrow, cars will cruise the Kern County Raceway, and there will also be a burnout competition. Saturday, more than 500 cars will cruise through downtown Bakersfield. Bakersfield police say the car show will prompt several road closures. For a full list of roads that will be impacted, just head to our website, turn223.com. Well, the saying goes that there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but at Kern County Animal Services, it turns out there are paws of gold. Kern County Animal Services is celebrating St. Patrick's Day this Sunday with the Paws of Gold adoption event. They'll be offering $17 pet adoptions from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at their location on Fruitvale Avenue. One of the pups up for grabs is Connor, and you're seeing a video of him playing on your screen right now. Connor is good with big dogs, small dogs. He can walk on a leash, looks handsome in a hat, and he's got a serious case of what we like to call wiggle butt. Okay. He's been at the shelter for a long time, but look how cute. Officials with Animal Services are confident he and other pups will find a home this weekend.
No one likes that surprise trip to the mechanic, right? Not only can it cost you a lot of money, but it is a pain to be without your ride. But we're going to bring in Annie Taylor now, who has the service departments that are being ranked the best.
Chris, owning a car today is only getting more expensive, and the prices to buy one are continuously going up. Cars now are decked out with computer systems and fancy technology, and that's part of why the prices are so high. Now, for a newer car, maintenance, repairs, your loan, insurance, the whole 9 yards, it's costing on average more than $700 a month. That's according to AAA. So you need a reputable, efficient mechanic to keep it going as long as possible. And J.D. Power just did a customer satisfaction survey of service departments, both at dealerships and independent garages. Buick ranked the highest, followed by Mini, Mitsubishi, Chevy, GMC, and Toyota had the same score. As for getting the best price on regular service and repairs, do your homework first. We always say that, but it's true. An increasingly popular tool is portable car diagnostic scanners. Now, they sell online for less than $100. You plug them into your car, and when something is going wrong, it lets you know. And most of the time, it can diagnose a problem similar to what a mechanic can do. Once you have an idea of what the problem might be, you'll want to research what those repairs might cost. Consumer Reports has a great repair cost estimator on their website. Plug in your vehicle's info, the problem, and you'll get an estimate before you ever even talk to a mechanic. Both tools potentially saving you money in unnecessary or overpriced repairs.
Hey, Annie, thank you. And let's get back to our lineup, and we're going to take you inside the academy that is training Border Patrol agents. There's a big shortage right now. We're going to tell you about the massive overhaul this academy just received. Two Stanford University students have now filed a class action lawsuit in this big college admissions scam case. Now, they claim they were denied the opportunity that was fair and equal in the admissions process. The U.S. Department of Education now investigating to see if any regulations federally were violated. Now, the FBI charged 50 people in this investigation. Actress Lori Loughlin, Felicity Huffman are two of them. The accused ringleader, that's the man you see right there. His name is William Singer. He's accused of taking bribes to help the children of wealthy people get into top schools by cheating and using false information. Now, those schools include Yale, Georgetown, USC, some big names, some pretty prestigious universities. But how important is it actually to have a degree from a school like that? Well, the U.S. News & World Report study found of the top 100 companies in the United States, only 14 CEOs graduated from Ivy League schools like Yale. Many top people in tech, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, they're college dropouts. Inside Higher Ed often found that it's a student's major that determines their success, not as much the school. Now, the college admission scandal shows the great and illegal lengths that some parents will go to make sure their children are successful. Now, it's an extreme example, but a survey for the New York Times shows just how involved some parents are in managing their adult children's lives. Now, they talk to parents with kids age 18 to 28. About 75% of parents are still reminding their kids about deadlines like schoolwork. And they also make their adult kids appointments for them as well. 12% of those parents are giving their kids at least $500 a month for expenses like rent. And how about this one? 11% say they would actually contact their kid's employer. Remember, 18 to 28 years old, if they were having issues at work. Experts say there are pitfalls to this type of parenting. Now, young adult children may lack initiative to do things and solve problems on their own. And if they're used to having their parents do things for them, that can lead to stress and anxiety when they do actually have to solve an issue for themselves. Of course, as a parent, it is natural to want to help your child even into adulthood. Now, those experts suggest the best way to do that is to listen and offer advice. Then allow the child to take that information and make a decision for themselves. Now, you better start staging the best time to list your home on the market. That is quickly coming up, speaking of big decisions. Now, the first week in April is when that is, according to Realtor.com. They say houses listed that week sell 6 days faster and for 6% more, which could mean about $17,000 on average. Realtor says that the reason is that buyers are out there, but many sellers haven't listed just yet. New technology is helping speed up the mortgage process for people with non-traditional jobs, like freelancers, for example, people who don't have a simple pay stub. Now, it used to take them a little extra paperwork, but now Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are using what's called optical character recognition, or OCR technology. It's able to read the paperwork quickly and put the information into the system that cuts down the process by about 3 to 5 days.
Well, it was a successful fundraiser for the Lawrence Small Children's Center at Memorial Hospital as IHOP raised nearly $12,000 to help provide care to newborns and pediatric patients. It was all part of the Flip It Forward campaign. This week, IHOP offered free short stacks of fluffy buttermilk pancakes in exchange for donations to the Lawrence Small Children's Center. The community raised thousands of dollars collectively. At the IHOP restaurant in Delano, more than $3,000 were raised. The location on Rosedale Highway brought in more than $4,500, and the location on Riverside Drive brought in $5,000. Overall, the event was a sweet success. Today is Thursday, March 14th, better known as Pi Day. So to mark the occasion for the mathematical equation, Blaze Pizza is selling their custom-built pizzas all day long for just $3.14 each. At the Blaze Pizza on California Avenue, the line of customers was literally out the door as people look to craft their own cheesy creations. If you'd like to go and get your hands on a $3 pizza, you do still have time. There is a catch, though. You have to download their app, and the offer will pop up on your phone. There are 3 Blaze locations here in Bakersfield, one on Stockdale Highway, one on California Avenue, and another by the Valley Plaza Mall. The offer is good until closing time, which is 10 p.m. for the Stockdale and Mall locations and 11 p.m. for the California Avenue shop. While people lined up for savory pies across town, our news team sat down for a sweet competition. Oh yeah, get in there real close. Okay, taking a dive into dessert before dinner. Check this out.
News team, can I get a little support? Woo! Thank you.
Oh, yeah, this is a vicious competition. We were all in it to win it. And if you can't tell, members of our sales and digital teams joined in on the friendly competition while I represented our newsroom. They took on berry, apple, and key lime pies for 3 minutes, 14 seconds, while I personally tackled a chocolate pie. You can see the full video of the competition. It's a little messy there. You can also find out who won on our website and on our 23 ABC Facebook page. I will give you a small hint, though. I do love chocolate, okay? There you go. There's your hint. All right, let's take a live look at downtown Bakersfield. Gorgeous sunset. We've been watching it over the past 15 minutes or so. Absolutely beautiful. Great conditions and only getting better. Josh Sanders in for Allison Gargaro tonight.
Yeah, gorgeous out there. Not that you didn't just tackle that pie, Jess. You crushed that pie. Yeah, taking a look outside right now. Beautiful sky right now as that sun sets over Bakersfield right now. Currently 69 degrees, or we saw that high of 69 degrees, right around where we should be around this time of year, 68 degrees. Look at that record high, though, in 2015, 91 degrees, so nowhere close to that. So we really have been cooler temperatures over the last several months, but they are going to be increasing over the next several days as high pressure moves into the area. Currently around the county right now, mostly 60s in the valley floor, currently 40 degrees at Frazier Park, those high 50s in the Kern River Valley, 43 for Tehachapi right now as we make our way into the desert communities, staying in those 50s currently. Going forward, the headlines into the weekend, sunny and stable conditions. There is going to be that warming trend that will start on Sunday, and we could see 80s for the first time in 3 months, Monday and Tuesday. Moving forward, high pressure moving in. That's going to be drying us out. Really going to be clear skies over the next several days and dry air coming in offshore. Winds really going to be staying in those single digits for the most part. Could see some breezy conditions maybe in our mountain communities and desert communities. Air quality staying in that good range, though. AQI of 50, so just jumping 2 points from where we were yesterday. So Friday is going to be a nice day to get out there, go for a run. As we go forward, that high pressure is going to be moving into the area. The zone forecast tomorrow, most going to be staying into those lower 70s for Bakersfield, a high of 71. 44 is going to be that low. 68 around the Grapevine area. 44 is the low there. Into the mountain communities, breezy conditions. Going to see some highs in those lower 60s for the Kern River Valley. Tehachapi, a high of 56. Low is going to be in those 30s. Frazier Park, high of 53, low of 35. And our desert communities, mostly going to be staying in those 60s. Ridgecrest, you're the winner with a high of 68 tomorrow. For Bakersfield over the next 9 days, we're staying in those 70s Friday and Saturday. But then look, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, that's when we jump into those 80s again. 80 degrees maybe Monday and Tuesday. Going to be the warmest temperatures we see in 3 months. And then a system coming through going to drop us back down into the 70s and then the 60s as we head into next weekend.
All right, let's start the news feed. Actor Luke Perry was laid to rest in Tennessee this week. 90210 star died in California this month. He had a massive stroke. He was 52 years old. Well, Walmart is making its own tablet. Yeah, one that's expected to be inexpensive and kid-friendly. It'll run on Google's Android operating system. This is part of a bigger redesign of Walmart's electronics department, according to Bloomberg. Well, March 14th, that's the day on the calendar when, if you're a math fan, you just try to name as many numbers of pi as possible. Today, Google revealed their employee broke the record for calculating pi. She calculated more than 31 trillion digits. Pi, of course, starts 3.14, and then it just goes on and on and on forever. Well, in the military, you go to basic training, right? But where does one go to learn to be a Border Patrol agent? They go to this academy in the New Mexico desert. Chris Welch went there to learn about its recent massive overhaul and to find out what it takes to become an agent.
They're conditions not ideal for much of anything, let alone tactical training here at the U.S. Border Patrol Academy, where precision is key.
Contact cut!
But for trainee Teresa Fast, it's all just part of the job.
There's definitely winds or rains or whatever is out there. We just work through it. It definitely makes you tough.
See, she's part of the hundreds each year who graduate and become U.S. Border Patrol agents.
I really like the idea of protecting the borders of America.
But anyone who works the borders must first train here in the desert of southern New Mexico, where they're whipped into shape and put through real-world scenarios like safely ending a vehicle pursuit.
We want to make sure that they match speed They then make smooth initial contact. They quarter turn, accelerate, they brake, they spin the vehicle out.
These types of real-world situations
so it's not for his comfort.
were the focus of the Academy's overhaul about a year ago.
Taser, taser, taser.
When the school switched over from a classroom-focused 3-month course to a more hands-on 6-month regimen.
The students actually see some of the things that they will encounter in the field. So getting them out of the classroom and making everything scenario-based.
Other scenarios include vehicle stops
¿Tiene identificación?
Sí.
and interrogations, usually practiced in Spanish,
¿Dónde viene?
Mi alarma de radiación se activó.
a language they all must learn.
You have to be a strong and willing person to be out there day in and day out.
They're traits Richard Douglas believes he has. The 47-year-old was a border agent 2 decades ago before moving over to Homeland Security after 9/11. He says now was a great time to return.
The Border Patrol has been making a big push to increase their numbers, and it was a really good time for me to come back.
And the Academy is recruiting in a big way. Congress mandates there must be over 21,000 Border Patrol agents, and as of 2018, they were still about 2,000 short. Teresa Fast says not only is she learning how to be an agent, but she's learning about herself as well.
I'm definitely a lot stronger than I thought.
Reporting in Artesia, New Mexico, I'm Chris Welch.
All right, Chris, thank you. Next in our lineup, there's a group of breakdancers that are gearing up for gold because breakdancing could actually become an Olympic sport. We're going to show you how this crew has been preparing for years to compete. By the time 2020 rolls around, we may end up seeing some brand new sports in the Olympics, and that could include breakdancing. Our Nicole Vowell found that there's a school already training for Team USA.
Ready? Get it.
It's a dance that originated in the 70s.
Yeah, try to get flat with the floor.
And within the next 5 years, we could see these moves go from street dance to Olympic sport.
A lot of upper body strength goes into it. It's an athletic dance. is how I describe it.
Evan Sletton has been taking classes at a school called The Lab in D.C. for 6 years.
Get a rhythm with your breathing, too.
But it's not just a school for b-boy basics. It's competitive.
Competitive breaking is very different in the sense that there's rules, there's a point system, you have a referee, you have different criteria that's in place to make sure that it's a fair sport.
Owner Antonio Castillo has considered breaking a sport for a long time and already uses an Olympic scoring model for his students.
We use a 10-point system. We have different criteria, and all of our criteria is what the definition of the dance is. So you can't argue against it because those are the elements that make up the dance.
That's why it's great, because if you need to improve, you're not just seeing win or lose, you're seeing each category, every little thing that you did right, that you did wrong.
In a way, this group has been gearing up for the gold for years already. So if the spotlight does turn on someday on the Olympic stage, they'll be ready.
They're going to have the first time in history where you'll have a B-boy or a B-girl that'll be the Michael Phelps of breaking. And to me, that's the greatest thing ever.
I'm Nicole Vell reporting.
Really impressive kids. Nicole, thank you. And look, many people think of tattoos as a way to express themselves, but we're talking tattoos that could one day tell you when you need to put on sunscreen or if your blood sugar's too low. Tomorrow, we're going to take you into the lab to show you how that works.
And coming up after the break, we're taking in this gorgeous sunset and we're talking about how soon we'll be seeing the 80s. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Coming up tonight on 23 ABC News at 11, the Cal State Bakersfield men's basketball team fell today against Texas in the WAC tournament. However, the women are still alive on the court. Tonight, we'll give you a full breakdown of the games on 23 ABC News at 11. In the meantime, though, I am loving this forecast that we're walking into and this sunset.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful sunset out there right now. And the 80s are on the way, though. Check this out. Temperature's going to be increasing Sunday, going into Monday and Tuesday. First time that we could see the 80s in 3 months, Jess. We've we've had system after system after system bring us a lot of rain. Well, now this high pressure coming into the area, that's going to be drying us out. And with that, temperatures are going to be increasing.
I love that. I'm ready for the 80s.
I do not.
That's going to do it for us on the Now Bakersfield. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.